Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another deck profile. We have the Inner Conflict list played by Renzo, the Leaving Peru deck profile. If you don't understand the reference, Renzo had been hosting for duels for a lot of testing, and he had I'll show it on the screen, and he had there that he was help me leave Peru for the $500 tournament. So yeah, congrats to him for getting first place. I talked to him about his deck, and if he would like to do a deck profile with me. He told me that he'd rather not speak himself because of his, in his words, poor English. That's fine, then we'll just do it like this. I asked him all the questions, the ones that I had at least. Leave in the comments below if you have more questions, and he can probably try and answer them. And let's get into it. So, Inner Conflict, of course. Yeah, it was definitely, we don't have the deck breakdown yet while filming this, but I'm pretty sure it was the most played deck, or at least the most played skills out of all the ones we had. And well, it's so strong that you can kind of understand why. Then I played, me, I wish. Renzo played 3 breakers. I don't think I need to explain this one a lot. It destroys a spell trap card, it becomes 1900, so it can either be the biggest beater that you can normal summon, or it destroys one of your opponent's back row. It baits out a lot, it's great. 2 charging Gaia. So this is something I asked, why Gaia and no Kaiko? So he said first he tried the Kaiko in some ranked duels. It was going well for him, but he suffered against, this is all translated by the way. He suffered against Inner Conflict decks that played Gaia, since Gaia versus Kaiko forced him to use the ruins, and that just let him die, or sometimes he just let it die, and in the end he decided to play the Gaia himself, and he did not regret it at all. He feels that it's the best because so many people play 2 or 3 Book of Moon, as I've also said, like, it's just the best staple right now. And if you normal summon Gaia and your opponent Books of Moon it, they have to get over 20,100 defense still, and when you flip it back up, it gets its original attack back instead of the 1900, so it becomes 2,300. So it's a great card against with Book of Moon in the format. Then for the Monarchs, he played 1 Grandmark, 1 Jinzo, and 2 Dark Red Enchanters. So his reasoning, the first thing I asked that I think many people have as the first question, like, no Kaiser Glider? Really? Why no Kaiser Glider? As many people switch to Kaiser Glider, Kaiser Glider has 2400 attack. It cannot be destroyed by monsters with the same amount of attack, so many of the monsters have the same or less. Only Darkroot Hades, I think, has more. And when it is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by any means, you have to bounce 1 monster. So it's good against Exceed and it's good against Mirror, kind of. That's why most people played it. And he said he realized the potential of Kaiser only after and during the tournament, and would probably trade it for the Jinzo. So he would probably take out the Jinzo for a Kaiser Glider, and he would just move or keep 1 Jinzo in the side deck. So yeah, that's what he would probably do. So do with that what you want. The explanation why these tribute monsters, he played these tribute monsters because he was most fan of Dark Red Enchanter and Grandmark, because he felt like these cards always take 2 cards from your opponent. And unlike Kaiser and Jinzo don't have that advantage. These always take 2 cards from their opponent. These usually take 1 and just like remove something slightly. He felt comfortable with this going second a lot more than with the other tributes. So that's why he went for these. And I can kind of understand that. Dark Red Enchanter is also really good against Spirit Greavos, which many people play exactly against this deck. So yeah, that works. Then he also played, talking about the card, 2 Spirit Greavos himself, 3 Book of Moon, and 1 Offerings. So these are his disruptions. And yeah, you can kind of understand that. Then he played 1 Night Beam, as in his words, the 21st card that he played. I asked him why. He said it was the 21st card, the one that always changed to Cosmic Cyclone that he slides if he was going first, except for Exceed where he played both, if I understand correctly. By the way, not a Speedroll Night Beam, I couldn't find mine. My apologies. Then for the traps, he played 2 Widespread Ruin, just really good against a lot of stuff, and he played 3 zomas. He explained later why the 3 zomas. He felt like during inner conflict, he was thinking what he could do against the mirror. And for the mirror, he didn't really have anything specific that he could cite or whatever, or anything that he felt like was good to use against him. But what he did notice was that every time he used his skill, he just hoped that his opponent wouldn't have a zoma as a set card. So, realizing that, he decided that it was best to main deck the 3 zomas for the mirror match. And, well, it got him to first place, so it must have been successful in my opinion. For the extra deck, he just played the Waking the Dragon extra deck, like, it is what it is. I didn't even, he also played Gaia, well, this is a thing that I hadn't seen yet. He played Gaia the Dragon Champion. I don't even have that one laying around, so we'll have to skip out on that. And then for the side deck. So, the first card he introduced is Jinzo. He played Jinzo because he hates the match against Stall, Burn, decks that have Mirror Wall, Ruins, or are way too many zomas. And this would solve that. He played 1 Kaiko. It's a strong normal summon against Exceeds, and against a zombie stall it also really works. He only plays 1 copy because the site is just so small, otherwise he would definitely play 3. 1 Cosmic Cyclone, this one was already explained. He sided with the Night Beam if he had to go first. And against things like magnets and unions, where he used them to take away the magnetic field or the hanger or stuff. Then 1 Nobleman of Crossout. He plays this instead of Dark Ruler Hades. He liked this a lot more, he said. This also has the advantage, unlike Dark Ruler Hades, that you can set it and use it as a bluff card against your opponent. Something you cannot really do with Hades. And then 2 Lost Winds. 2 Lost Winds because it was only for the XZ deck, and he says that these are mandatory for every side deck. Like we have already said it in previous deck profiles, it's just mandatory. And he also wanted to say, like, he didn't take any, if he just thinks that the XZ deck is very strong, that it's probably the best deck of the format, XZ's best deck, and he would have played 3 Kaiko and 3 Lost Winds if he could, if he had the room for that. But yeah, the side deck is too small for that. And that's it. That's the deck profile. Really good thing. I want to congratulate him once again, Renzo, for winning the tournament, for doing well, for giving me this opportunity to do this deck profile with him in this, well, at least like this. Also wanted to put on the screen that he wants to thank his family, who always support him. He wants to thank his friend Jose. I'm probably going to fuck up this name, but Jose Westry, who prefer to test with him than to go out and have a little action. To Sergio Valverde, I don't know, for helping him how to build a side deck in these formats. To the Peruvian Speed Duel community, the entire 5-dimension WhatsApp, and Alan Leon for making this great tournament possible. And I too want to once again thank Alan Leon and the Speed Duel League for making this all possible. These things are the things that keep the Speed Duel community running and keep it alive, and I really want to thank him for that. So that's it. Nothing else to say here. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next time. We'll try and keep posting deck profiles and keep you guys informed. See ya. Card Game Philosopher out.
Там даст кроссовки, Adidas кроссовки.